Hey, name's Havoc, and I'm a lead teacher at Supercell. And that was a lie. But while you're forced to stay at home and pretend like you weren't already doing that before the quarantine, let's talk about some Clash Royale. The video literally nobody was asking for, but I still made. So, you just downloaded Clash Royale. Where do you start? Do you follow obvious arrows, instructions, and boxes that tell you literally what to do? Or do you stare into the trees wondering if that's actually Earl from that one TV show?
My name is Earl.
If it is him, by the way, just ask him to cross me off the list. After the game forces you to drop what it wants and where it wants, and you've chosen hopefully a good name you'll probably change anyways for $5 down the road, you should be finally done with that long tutorial. First off, don't forget to sign up for Supercell ID because you don't want to lose your account. That's the worst that can happen. But the most important part of this is that you get this cool emote that nobody likes now because it got old after 2 weeks. First off, what's everything around you? So this is your current arena, it doesn't really matter right now. Up here we have your gems and gold. Gold is used to upgrade your cards, and gems are premium currency used to buy stuff like more cards, emotes, and other stuff not important right now either. We'll get more into what's familiar around you, but for now, let's concentrate on cards and your actual deck. There's 4 rarities in the game: common, rare, epic, and legendary. Always remember though, a better rarity doesn't mean a better card. If you're confused on what a card does, just click on it and it'll have a preview of how to use it and how not to. First off is understanding how to play your deck in case you skip the tutorial like everyone else and their mama does. Not every card is the same, of course, but some of them attack other troops, some of them attack only buildings, and others can't attack air. Back to your deck though. Guy who hasn't shaved in 4 years is your main tank. This is what will shield your push on the way to the towers. You have a medium tank which can serve the same purpose but also makes a great defense in some cases. You have your support troops which can aid a push and defend incoming enemies. So this is like, your archers, stuff that shoots far away and stuff like that. Those are your support or aid troops. And then you have your spells. Spells can be dropped anywhere in the arena. These help you out in various ways. Oh yeah, I forgot buildings, but you don't really unlock a lot of buildings yet, so let's worry about that a little later. When you do eventually unlock more cards, just don't go too crazy on the average elixir. If it's too high, it'll be hard to drop cards during a battle because you'll have to wait for the elixir to build up. Have it too low and your cards are probably not going to be strong enough to defend a big bush. So keep it a little bit in between. Remember when we broke down cards into categories? Well, surprisingly, you actually put that to use in a battle. Who would have thought? But before you screw up your first battle like everyone else does in their first stages, do not attack this king tower right here. I cannot advise that more. The one with the king and the cannon, the red one? Yeah, that one. The game never tells you not to do it, so I'm telling you not to do it. The game just sort of tells you what it does and, but it doesn't tell you not to. But in case you just tap until the tutorial was over and didn't listen to it, like I just said a couple minutes ago, attacking that tower activates its cannon. So you'll pretty much have 3 towers attacking your troops, which is not good. I mean, if you do it by accident, it doesn't matter. Just move on, try and win. It's not a big deal. But you'll have a disadvantage. It'll be a little harder to win, but it's not impossible, so just try and win anyways. Here's a tip to avoid if you don't want to be a noob though. Let the opponent go first. This way you know what to drop as a counter. And here's a tip number 2 to not be a noob. Never drop cards at the river unless you really need to, or it's part of a strategy. We'll talk about that a little more later, but basically the reason you should drop your card to the back is because you'll have more time to regain elixir as they walk from here to there, allowing you to make a bigger push. Now obviously, if you have to defend yourself, feel free to drop cards anywhere you want. Even situations where you believe dropping on the bridge is appropriate, go ahead. I was only explaining a great technique to build a proper push when you get a chance to. Attacking is simple. Try and take out the enemy's towers, but also defend your own. Every match is different and involves quick thinking and smart plays. The perfect match would be where the opponent is brain dead and doesn't defend any pushes and can't build a push himself, but matches aren't really that easy. Here's an example match of something more realistic. I had a giant going on the left side, ready to build a push, but the enemy placed a spawning building on the right side. These goblins spawn from that building may not look like a big deal, but over time they'll do some damage little by little. Because I don't want to ignore that, I countered with archers. And as things got heated on the right side, I completely ignored my giant on the left side and started pushing on the right side from the bridge. My musketeer got 5 hits on the tower after that small push. That was a pretty good play. Make sure not to ignore enemy troops though. While my musketeer was doing all that work over there, I threw a fireball at the 2 enemy cards. Sure, they got some damage on my tower, but that's far less than what I got on their tower. When you see an opportunity to get some damage on the enemy's towers, do it. As the match went on, I kept building pushes while defending my left side. This proved to be a great strategy now, and it'll continue to be forever. Anyways, I took out one of the enemy towers and the enemy took none of mine. It was a 1-2-0, so obviously I won. If that match seemed a bit sloppy, then don't worry, every single Clash Royale match is like a mess. They're all unpredictable and you can't really tell what's gonna happen. You gotta go with the flow, But luckily you'll get used to that flow and you'll play like you've been playing for 2 years without even trying. You just get used to it and it feels normal. So you won a match, huh? Now what? Well, when you head back to the main menu, you do get a chest. Chests help you to get more cards to upgrade the ones you already have and also unlock new ones. So there's a lot to unlock here. You also get trophies for winning a match. If you go high enough, you'll go to the next arena and have the opportunity to unlock newer cards from that arena. The higher you go, the more cards you'll be able to unlock. There's also a trophy road with tons of juicy rewards. You can unlock these through climbing trophies. Well, congratulations, you've learned Clash Royale. Now get out. Nah, just kidding. That was only the basics of Clash Royale. It seemed easy, right? And it is. It really is. Not sure what all these people are complaining about. As you continue to play though, you unlock more cards, level them up, a whole lot of more exciting stuff like quests. There is also Pass Royale, which is like a season pass type thing that's completely optional, but if you do want it, it gives you more gold, more cards, chests, emotes, tower skins. It's really cool. If you do decide to buy it, just make sure to use code Havoc in the shop. Creator code is optional, but it supports your favorite creator if you want to. The more you play, the more familiar you'll get. Hopefully. So don't worry, it'll get easy peasy, just give it some time. Matter of fact, you don't even need time. You just get used to it in like 1 day of playing and bam, you're a pro. If there is a next time for this series, if it even is a series, I honestly don't know. I'll show you some more tips, decks, all that stuff, because things get a little bit more complicated in the long run. Like, once you hit 2K, 3K trophies, 4K, 5, you can forget about 7K. But yeah, for now, just keep clashing, and I'll see you in the